Hi, everyone. Well, I was on the fence about getting this one, but when you have a gift card, you just say, what the heck? Today, we're going to review Elijah Craig Toasted Rye 94 proof. I had a gift card to Bottle King, and I have been in a couple of stores where I've seen this Elijah Craig Toasted Rye, really just two, Wegmans and now this Bottle King. And I've been back and forth. I'm not really a rye person. Love the Jack Daniels barrel proof single barrel rye, but and also maybe the Rittenhouse rye. But for the most part, I'm not a big rye guy. And I was on the fence about this one because the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel was just okay to me. I may have to revisit that, just like I do a lot of other things that where my opinion may or may not change later on. But I said, you know what, let's give it a shot, and we'll see how we like it. So the deal with this is, this was released in July of last year, 2024. Similar to where previously they released the Elijah Craig Toasted regular bourbon. This is the Elijah Craig Toasted Rye. This is from Elijah Craig Distilling Company, also Heaven Hill. Non-age stated. The mash bill, it just barely makes it legally to be a straight rye whiskey. 51% rye, 35% corn, 14% malted barley. Very similar mash bill, not exact, but very similar to the Rittenhouse rye, also a Heaven Hill product, which is also just a rye, 51. I think their corn maybe 37 and the malted barley 12, very similar. So I'm expecting this to have a lot of sweetness from the corn, and this is the type of rye that I probably would be more inclined to like, because it's just barely a rye, but plenty of corn from the sweetener. And this basically it's the a regular Elijah Craig rye, which I've never had, which I think that one came out in October 2019. They take fully matured Elijah Craig straight rye whiskey, they dump it, and then they re-enter it into a second toasted new charred oak barrel, so it retains its status as a straight rye whiskey, because it is the second barrel, while toasted, is a new charred oak barrel. So and supposedly what I'm expecting with this is the toasted aspect of the second barrel, I think, counteracts or plays into, or maybe softens the rye spice somewhat. So let's see what we got. We're gonna put it in a we're gonna crack it, put it in a glass, and let's see what it's all about. Okay, so we got this poured in a glass. We'll get to that in a second. Just a side note, just a little bit of color as far as my thoughts on just Elijah Craig expressions in general. My journey with Elijah Craig started, like a lot of people's, with the this is the Jeff of all trades, what I keep on the bar, but the regular small batch. It was one of the earliest bourbons that I had. Liked it in the beginning when I was more into the lower proofs. And now have had it a few times and was just okay with it, but really like these barrel proofs. This one, the C924, and a lot of the others. Just like as I've gotten into higher proofs, I like the barrel proofs expressions. And like I said before, wasn't that thrilled with the toasted, but again, like everything else, palates change, at least mine does, certainly all the time, and I'll probably come back to that one. So that was a toasted bourbon. This is the toasted rye. Let's see, man, at 94 proof, because that's obviously what the proof it's at. Let's see what we think. First thing I notice is the color is very interesting. I think it's a beautiful color. Let's give that one thing out of the gate is really nice. I've noticed some ryes that I've had where the color was very, if you call this like a really nice bronze, or dark bronze. So this is really nice. Let's give this a nose. That's interesting. So I'm getting a light. I'm not getting some of this heavy rye spice. Like it was like 100% rye or 95% rye, but I'm definitely getting an interesting rye note with almost like, I'm getting like marshmallow, or there is some toast notes in there, but let's give this a taste. Cheers. Okay, that's let me one more. Okay, so first thing I notice is it reminds me in some ways of the Rittenhouse rye, not because of the toast element, because of what I said about it being 51% rye but 35% corn. So this barely is a rye. If it was 1% less rye, it wouldn't be a rye. But the fact is, there's a lot of sweetness from you have 35% corn. So the Rittenhouse drank like that, and I liked that was a bottled in bond, so it was 6 proof points higher. So I like that aspect of it. I am getting some interesting tasting notes along with the rye and the toast. I don't know if it's like chocolate taste. It's not really. I thought I kind of noticed the toast element more on the bourbon, but it does soften the rye a little bit. It's not bad. I don't think it's bad. It's definitely a drinkable rye for me. I think it's a very easy to drink rye. I don't think this is for someone who's not a rye drinker. I think it's easy to drink. Obviously, a rye, a higher proof rye, like I said, the Jack Daniel's barrel proof rye, it's another conversation. But I think, actually, believe it or not, I need to go back to the toasted Elijah Craig bourbon, because I remember I wasn't thrilled with that. Now, the other thing is, this is, again, I did it with a gift card. This is $54, and that's exactly what the MSRP should be. Is it really worth that for this 94 proof? Not really sure. Being that the regular small batch, was in, $31, another 20 or so dollars. It's because of the second barrel on the toast. I'm on the fence about that one. So I would say, just one more taste. This is a tasty rye. It's a very drinkable rye for someone who's not a rye drinker like me. It reminds me of the Rittenhouse. Now, the Rittenhouse rye, I'll just say it right. I don't have it with me to compare it, but that is a Heaven Hill product. It is 6 proof points higher, and it is lower in price than this by probably about $20. I'm just thinking about what it was. It is definitely in the range of around $20 less. So I think this is good. I just don't know if this is worth $54. Obviously, it's because of the expense in terms of the second barrel. So I definitely look. I got this with a gift card. I've been seeing this and I've been wanting to buy this, and I keep passing on it. I know this is something that a lot of people may not see in a lot of places, so that's another reason I'm like, I really should go for it, because it's not something that everyone sees, and it's not something that I have seen. But I would say this is good. I really would say this is good. I think it's a very tasty rye. I'm not disappointed. I bought it, especially with a gift card, but I'm just not sure if I'll pick this up again for like $54. Cheers. Take care.